All right. I am live, everybody. India's going to join me in just a minute. She's actually on the phone right now with the owner of the Stone Mansion. So what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the Stone Mansion, the Haunted Mansion, the brand new episode of Paranormal Encounters. What did everybody think of the episode? It kind of started off slow to me from editing at my standpoint, but what did everybody think about the portal responses down when India and I both went in the mansion? I thought it was pretty crazy, to be honest with you. Mansion. Let's just wait for a few people to get into this live stream here. All right, let's see here. It was excellent. Thank you so much, Mackenzie. I appreciate it. Let's see, I got a little glitch going on right now. I can't really see if you guys are actually in this right now. India's just joined me just now.
Hello, everybody.
She just got off the phone with the owner, and
we were we were talking on the phone with the owner of the Stone Mansion, and let me just say right now that Tim wants everybody to know that his last name is Tim Murphy. Connor was saying Murray. It was probably because we were very delusional at that point. We've been on the road for ages, and it was the middle of the night. So, yeah. Tim Murphy.
Tim Murphy. We were just literally investigating 3 locations in a row, back to back to back. So I was extremely tired. So I'm sorry, Tim, if I got your last name wrong. It's Murphy, not Murray. So... oh my God, guys.
What did everybody think of the episode? I know this one is a little bit of a different episode. It's a little bit slower. Mostly because everything was just portal that was coming through.
Yeah, I honestly, guys, you can ask my friends. You know, I honestly was so damn nervous before this episode came out because I was like, I don't know if people are going to like this because it's nothing but portal. But it's because we tried EVP sessions. We tried doing all kinds of stuff like that, but we got nothing but the portal. And the portal, which is so clear that we had to show you guys everything that we got. And the little girl's voice was insane.
Yeah. That little girl's voice, it just, because it backs up the fact that there's supposed to be somebody named Wendy there, and Tim had seen a little girl in a yellow dress. We have never heard a voice that sounded like that. It was clearly a little girl.
Yeah, once we caught that, I knew inside my head, I was like, okay, India, we got the holy grail of going to this place. We talked to Tim Murphy. And
Tim Murphy, everybody.
Yes, Tim Murphy.
Tim Murphy.
All right, so we talked to him, and we talked to Melinda, and he talked about a little girl coming up the stairs. And I was hoping to God, through watching through that static my night vision camera on the staircase, that we would capture a little girl or something coming up the stairs. But we didn't. But when we captured her voice on the portal, oh my God, guys, it was seriously so awesome. It gave me chills on my spine, and it was so clear. In the recording, it doesn't sound as clear as it did when we were there in person.
The owner just said that he thought he heard "I love you" on the portal, which we have not heard. We'll have to go back and listen to that. Yeah. And also Melinda, she said that she heard another Wendy that we didn't pick up on. Yeah. So, and she heard that before the Wendy that we heard. Yeah. Well, I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. And also, I see Kag and Allison are in here. And I just told Tim that we're going to come back with you two. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and we do have a special announcement tonight, guys.
We actually have two. We have two.
We have two?
Yeah, we have two.
Okay.
You can announce the first one. I'll announce the second.
Okay, so the first one is we're going to tell you where our next episode is at. Does anybody want to go and take a guess? Yeah. We don't know exactly when it's coming out yet. We're going to try for next Friday. But it's so big of an episode, and we caught so much evidence that it might have to be a 2-parter. We just don't know yet.
Guys, it's got me stressed out because the interview is it was originally 3.5 hours, and I cut it down to 27 minutes. And it's holy cow. I want to tell everybody everything that's going on, and everything that's very, very, very important, especially everything he shows us, is 27 minutes long. And I'm worried that you guys will not want to sit there and watch 27 minutes.
I'm going to give you a hint. This place is also in Indiana.
In the same
town. In the same town. There you go. If anybody wants to take a stab at where we went, We actually went the night before the Stone Mansion. It was the most...
Not Waverly Hills.
It's not Waverly Hills.
No, not Waverly Hills. That's in Kentucky. This place is in Indiana. And the same place is in Indiana, in the same town. And this place...
Stone Mansion is just like a couple of miles down the road from this place.
More like 2 miles. This place is very...
Couple is 2.
Yeah. This place is super scary, guys. What we captured on audio is insane. 3 hours would be wonderful. Be happily to watch.
Prison? No, it's not
Dawn.
prison.
No, not a prison.
We're gonna.
Let me show you guys right now where we are going here. Sorry.
I think Jody got it. We're gonna show you the poster right now.
All right,
for our next episode.
We're gonna show you the poster. So right now, so don't hold me to it. I know we talked a long time ago on this live stream. We were talking about releasing a brand new episode every week. But the problem here is I'm working full time and I'm trying to edit this at the same time. I come home from work, I work straight on this, I go back into it versus whatever every day. So I'm trying to get this done before Friday of next week to release this to you. So this is the brand new episode that is coming out hopefully next week, but
maybe not. It might be a week after.
And maybe in 2 weeks. So this place is beyond crazy. I'll tell you right now. Here we go.
This is going to be the best episode we've done, this one.
And it's going to have the most messed up stuff that our interviewee talks about. So here we go. This is the brand new episode, everybody. This is Paranormal Encounters Infirmary of Fear. We went to the Randolph County Infirmary in Winchester, Indiana.
Let me just say, that building is alive. It's alive. It's insane.
Oh my God, guys. We have never been to a place where we have... I can't even say it.
Don't give it away.
I can't say it.
Don't give it away.
I'm telling you right now, it is seriously so insane that when we were in the interview...
Don't give it away. You're giving too much. No. He's not allowed to talk about it. He's not allowed to because he's going to give it away. Do not give anything away. That's mine.
Sorry. Something happens that's absolutely insane that we have never on this show ever captured, which is insane. So I cannot wait to show you guys. You need to
stop talking, so don't trust me.
I'm going to stop talking because India's going to get mad if I give it away. Oh, man. I can't give it away, Michael. I'm sorry.
Jody said my daughter went on a tour there. Yeah, we stayed the night there. We slept there.
We slept there, guys. And something happened while we were sleeping. I'm not going to say anything else.
Stop talking.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to leave you guys in suspense because you guys have to watch this episode because this episode is crazy.
Tim just messaged me and said he put those lights up. I'm guessing he's talking about the lights on the poster. Tim Murphy, everybody. Tim Murphy, not Murray, Murphy.
Yes. Murphy. I had a long night, guys. We filmed through...
Hold on,
we filmed 3 episodes in every day in a row. So I was really, really tired when I said 10 minutes.
Sam said, would you sleep there again? I would go there again. I wouldn't sleep. I'd stay up all night.
I will tell you this, though. When we slept there, I locked the doors. I'll tell you that right now because this place was in the middle of nowhere. And I have a weird thing. India can tell you. I have to lock the doors when we sleep somewhere that I'm not familiar with because I have this weird phobia. I used to watch Deadly Women online on IE channel or whatever it is, ID channel. I was so scared. I know there's nothing to do with
there. Anyway,
I know, but it's just scary. I'm so glad I locked the window or the doors too when you hear what happens.
Chris says, "Don't give it away." But was the experience more scary, interesting, fun, horrific?
It was definitely
unnerving, I would say.
It was scarier for me, okay?
That's because Connor's
I got super sick.
Big kid.
I got super sick during this investigation in an area. I can't tell you why, but I got super, super sick. And not only that, but I was seriously petrified of this place. Some weird reason.
He didn't like it from the moment we pulled up.
I didn't because this place, guys, if you guys saw us go to St. Albans, you'll understand that place was very emotional. When we went to this place, and after you hear what our interviewee actually talks and how he tells us the stories and what he tells us what happens here, oh my God, you guys would understand why I'm scared and terrified of this place.
Anyway, that's all that you're going to hear about that. We'll have a trailer coming out soon. We'll have the episode coming out soon. Yeah. And now we're only going to take questions on this episode that just premiered at Haunted Mansion.
Body bags and ice, Jason, yes. Oh my God, seriously? I could have died at this place we went to. Trust me. Holy cow. Talk about a scary place. This place was really scary. That's why it's called the Infirmary of Fear. It is seriously a really, 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 really scary place. But
it's my favorite place I've ever investigated.
But it's absolutely amazing with paranormal activity, and the stories that are seriously so rich.
We're done. We're not, because we're going to give it away. We're not going to give it away.
All right, I can't give you guys
Anybody have any questions about the Stone Mansion?
Yes, any questions about the Stone Mansion? I can't. I do the same.
I don't trust you not to give anything away.
And he won't let me talk about it, guys. I'm telling you though. I think you guys will love the Randolph Infirmary that we went to, the asylum, whatever you want to call it. You know, the Fear Infirmary. It's seriously so scary, and it's one of the places I'm right now reviewing on our evidence. I'm like, okay,
you're still talking about it.
This is weird. I know. So, all right,
you got to stop. You're gonna give it away.
Before I give it away, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Dennis says Tim Murphy loved the fireplaces.
Yeah, the Stone Mansion, guys. Oh my God, it was so beautiful walking in, and like them telling us the story of the place. They were such great people. Stop is such a great organization, and like I'm so glad that they own the Stone Mansion, and they actually own the Randolph Infirmary that we're going to too on this next episode.
Yeah.
Which I'm so glad that they do, because they put so much work into it, and they've done so much work to the building, and they're such a great organization.
You can't, like by looking at it, you wouldn't be able to tell, but they have done a lot of work to the Stone Mansion.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's such a shame that it ended up in the state that it's in, because you just see it and you can just imagine. Like I was in there and I was like, okay, I would put the curtains, like these are the curtains I would have, and I would put the bed right here, and I would put the couch right here.
Yeah.
Connor, I'm going to answer your question now. Was I nervous going in? I was not nervous going in.
I was.
Connor's always nervous.
I was nervous because it's just creepy looking on the outside. Like, come on, I'm going to a giant house by myself, and I already know that there's some stuff inside the house from stuff that we were being told about. Like, so I already had that, that perceived thought of, hey, there's something in this house. But I went upstairs. I didn't know India only stayed downstairs. In fact, she actually went in the basement, which we never showed. But the basement had records down there from the previous owner who died the previous year. Yeah, but she never captured anything down there with EVPs.
I did go to more than just that one room, but because I didn't capture anything, we didn't bother to put it in and make it longer than it was.
Yeah. Let's see. The Stone Mansion looks awesome now. You're still talking about it. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind the comments here.
Sam says, any theories on who you suspect the little girl's voice was? I think it was Wendy, the girl that Tim saw.
Oh,
if that was Wendy.
Before we go on with anything else about the Stone Mansion, guys, before we ever premiered this episode, 2 minutes on our clock said that something happened. Some loud, crazy noise happened in our bathroom, and it's never, ever happened for whatever reason. India's been in the house all by herself all day long. Nothing's happened. In our bathroom, we have her shampoo on a shelf and a bar of soap, and also in nowhere we hear a loud crash. I'm like, what the heck is that? I go in the bathroom, and everything from the shelf is down in the tub. It was really weird. And like, there's no reason for that. There's no loud music, no thud. There's nothing that's going on to cause that stuff to fall into the bathtub, which it just so happens to happen 2 minutes
before this was premiering.
Yeah, 2 minutes before the premiere of this episode, which is weird. So I had a hard time sleeping the other night because we started talking about our experience at Randolph and Stone Mansion, and I'm like, oh my God, seriously, I can't even sleep tonight. So, all right, let's catch up on some comments here. Somebody said no spooky music. Somebody did, but I tried to not put spooky music in the areas that we absolutely needed. I was trying to not make people bored too much, because honestly, I watch it 1,000 times editing it. So I'm like, I don't know if people are going to get bored with this. So I try to put music in the areas that are flat to me. I'll try to put less music if that's what you guys are wanting too, because I'm currently editing Randolph right now and going over evidence.
Nicole says, warms my heart to know that the spirits understand they are renovating the mansion. Yeah, it's definitely, because we got a comment before this even premiered where somebody said, sorry, went in there and didn't get any creepy feelings. And I said, you don't have to have creepy feelings necessarily for it to be haunted. You can have a haunting that's just like a nice haunting. You can have nice spirits.
Yeah.
You can have like a family kind of, I think I don't know. I got 7, the portal said there was 7 spirits there. And I thought that was really interesting because when I came home, I watched another group's video there and they also got 7. Which is very, very weird.
When her and I were inside the stone mansion, I never once felt threatened. I felt scared just because when I went in there alone, and then when I came from downstairs, I knew that I wasn't capturing any EVPs because I wasn't hearing anything with my own ears. So I wasn't hearing anything. So it was like thinking to myself, like, hopefully I captured something in the recorder. So when I went downstairs and when I first flipped off the light, I was hearing noises. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Because I just came from upstairs, right? Nobody else is in the house because once I closed that door behind me, after India was waving to me, which was funny, the door locks, so there's no access in this place. So once I was in there alone and I heard a noise from the stairs, I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. I'm kind of freaking out right now because I know for a fact that I'm the only person in this home, which really freaked me out pretty bad. So you guys are scared of your own shadows. LOL. Dawn, you got that?
Connor
right.
is.
I'm scared of my own shadow. I'm telling you what, Lo. Like when you go on a place that's like, especially Randolph, the next one that we're doing right now, we are literally in the middle of nowhere. There is literally nothing around from us to even happen. Like if somebody breaks in this place, it's scary, right? But when you're in a place of middle of nowhere, something happens to you, you're kind of screwed at that point. So like when you go into haunted places and you're literally by yourself, it's petrifying because not only that, because you know that for a fact that the place is haunted because the stuff that you experienced previously, a few hours before when you're in the dark alone, you know that it's watching you or it's nearby as far as ghosts go, you know?
Chris said you guys prefer hearing the stories first before investigating a place or afterwards.
First thing first, before India answers this, I'm going to say this before she says anything. We never, ever looked up anything about any of these 3 places that we're about to go to. We have never looked up anything. We never watched anyone's video. India wouldn't even let me look up anybody's video about this place. So we had no peripheral vision ideas of anything that happened to this place. So we watched no evidence. We looked up nothing about this place. We knew nothing about the history. We knew nothing about it. So we were seriously unprepared when we went to these places.
The only thing that we heard was what we were told by the people who gave us a tour. Personally, I do try to avoid any sort of paranormal. Like I don't watch other people until I come home. I don't watch other people who've been there because I don't want to have those perceived thoughts in my head of what's going to happen. Like, of course, people, when you go there, will tell you, oh, well, there's this spirit here and there's this spirit here. I think it would be interesting to do a whole investigation where we just went in somewhere completely blind, didn't know anything, and see what we would pick up.
And that's the most fun part, too, is because I think when you know the least and you capture them, you capture the most. Because if you're going to a place, and like, for example, the Stone Mansion, like we only knew what Tim was telling us during the interview. We knew nothing about this place because no TV show that we know of has ever been there whatsoever. We know the Kindred Spirits and other shows have been to Randolph because we did that place before Stone Mansion. But when we went to the Stone Mansion, no one has ever been there. So we had no one to really look on. We had no history. So when he told us about a little girl, and we captured a little girl during the spirit box, the portal session.
Was so weird.
That was seriously so weird because we have never, that I can remember, have ever captured a little girl in the portal sessions that we have ever done. Not even at the haunted house. That was seriously the most responsive, most clear response we have ever captured, especially when India went in there by herself and she was getting, that's very funny. When you actually take the very second to the audio and listen to it, it is so crystal clear. It's absolutely insane how
when
clear.
you hear it in person, it sounds so much clearer. That's one of the things I always wonder about is sometimes you'll hear something in the moment and then you listen to it back and it doesn't sound anything like what you heard. But this time you could hear like the little girl. And to me, it sounded like she said, "Where are you?" Other people might hear different things, but that's what it sounded like to me.
Connor said, you think maybe somebody hopped a ride back with you? It's possible because...
I hope not. I think
The last place, the Stone Mansion.
You said something.
The Stone Mansion, I never showed in the episode, but I did say, thank you for responding to us tonight. Thank you for all the answers. We're going to go home now, but please stay here. I actually said that on audio and on camera, but I never showed that in the episode because people in our comment section before have told us, hey, you should tell them not to follow you home. And I did say that, but
didn't work, did it?
It didn't work because clearly our bathroom.
I don't think it was from the Stone Mansion. No.
It wasn't from the Stone Mansion for sure, because the next place we're going to absolutely probably follow us home because it's seriously so crazy weird. It's got me mind twisted because the places we've been to.
We're getting on that topic again.
Anyways, I would show you the bathroom, but this camera is not going to stretch to the bathroom. I have not touched a single thing in our bathtub since whatever the heck pushed it off into the tub. Her soap and her soap bar is in the tub right now as we speak, and it has never once in the 1 year that we've been here has fallen into the bathtub.
Bernie said, how long individually do you do a portal session?
It really depends, honestly.
Depends how much we're hearing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if we're not hearing much, we'll cut it off pretty quick. Connor didn't do it for very long.
I didn't do it for very long because I actually cut a lot of mine out because, honestly, when I was trying to do it, the dang thing wouldn't even be loud enough. So it couldn't capture on camera. And when I tried doing it, it sounded like a farting noise. So I cut all that out because I captured nothing.
Connor doesn't know how to work it.
I didn't know how to work it because I don't even know what buttons to push or whatever it is. It's like you have to mess with tone and white noise and all this other jarble stuff. She's the one that always handles it. So it's like it didn't work for me.
Leanne says, did I miss the second announcement? I guess that was Connor's announcement. I don't know what the second announcement
Oh, the second announcement. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been drinking to calm my nerves because I was so nervous about you guys watching this episode.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
All right. So anyways, so if you guys haven't seen, we are updating our channel and our social media right now. We have this super amazing, talented guy named Howie who had draw us into an illustration. And right now, we currently, India and I, have new merchandise where her and I were drawn into a cartoon. Look at this. This guy is seriously so talented. And it fits so well with this episode we just did at a haunted mansion. You can see the ghosts on the banister. You can see India and I drawn into cartoons. We have new merchandise for shirts. I actually just bought India and I some new shirts, so we'll be wearing it hopefully for the next episode so you guys can see it. But if you guys want to check this out, if you guys want to get everything that you guys ever purchase or anything you guys ever donate towards this channel goes to brand new episodes. And these next 2 episodes / a surprise is only because you guys and the donations you guys have done in the previous episodes. So, yeah. I was seriously so excited to be drawn to a cartoon. I'm like telling her that I want Benji, our dog, to be drawn to a cartoon. So it's kind of like Scooby-Doo for Halloween. So anyways, sorry guys, I'm kind of like rampaging right now. India keeps giving Connor the eye. She's wanting me to shut up.
Because I don't know why he's ranting so much. He never talks as much ever.
I'm just excited for the next episode. I'm just struggling really bad with the editing right now. So, like, I'm trying to get this out by Friday of next week, but it may or may not come out on Friday. So when you see the trailer, you will know that it will come out that week. So if it doesn't come out this Friday, that's coming up 1 week from today, it will come up the next week after, so in 2 weeks. So I know that we had a live stream before where you guys wanted us to do an episode every week, but I'm really trying to get out weekly because we have another surprise after this one. And the next one after this one is insane.
Don't say anything.
So
do not say anything.
All right. And Leanne, I really appreciate you putting the link in the description. So that really helps us out a lot. So thank you. Let's see here. She is going to grab the body bag. If you don't, Jason, you're probably right. She's going to put me in the body bag. Throw a REM pod in the bathroom, see if they want to say what's up. Chris, we might actually do that because we've never actually ever had activity in our bathroom. But when her and I were sitting here and I said 2 minutes to the countdown, it was a super loud crash, wasn't it, India? It was insane. It startled us. We were like, what the heck is going on? So I went in the bathroom and saw that. It was just pretty weird. Absolutely abnormal because the soap in her bottle soap, it's a soap bar and her bottle soap.
It's called conditioner.
Whatever. Was on the shelf so far back that there's no reason for it to fall because there's no vibrations in our house to make that happen. And it's never fallen in there. So I wonder if the spirits of the portal session we're talking to about yourself and everybody topics will chime in. Yeah, blah, blah. No drawing draw some. Thank you so much, Damo. Yeah,
it just says take a shot every time Connor nearly drops a spoiler.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. Do you guys have any questions about the Stone Mansion? Anything you guys want to know?
We already have our first hate comment. I just read it.
What's our first hate comment?
We're not going to read it out, but we already have a.
Shh,
we're not reading it out.
All right. So first off,
we're not commenting on it either.
All right. I'm gonna shut up. I'm letting you talk.
It's a comment we get all the time. I've discussed it before.
I'm gonna make a shirt out of it.
There are some people like if you don't like it, just don't watch it. I don't understand. Like if you don't like it, just click off the video. It's not hard. Anyway, Yalian. Yeah, like I said, there's some episodes where you catch a lot of stuff. There's some where you catch nothing. There's some where you catch like I said in the comments of that video, certain places will favor certain pieces of equipment, and this place just happened to favor the portal.
Honestly, we tried so damn hard to try to get EVPs. We even went in the basement. So what happened was a guy used to own this place, and he passed away. I think he said in December of last year or something like that. And he used to own records. He had over 1 million records in the Stone Mansion. And some guy thought he was going to be brave enough to break into the Stone Mansion. So he actually got shot. I think Melinda told he actually got shot in the left hand. The guy who tried to break into the Stone Mansion. I don't remember this
story.
That was in the basement with the record room.
I don't remember this
because
story.
I took it out of the episode.
Oh.
But anyways, this guy tried to break into the mansion. He got shot in the left hand. And anyways, we tried to do an EVP session down in the room where his records are still in the room down in the basement, but we absolutely got no EVPs whatsoever.
Yeah, there was no EVPs.
We tried for hours, guys, to get EVPs because like we don't really show EVPs that much in this in our show.
There was also there's a whole scene with me sitting at the piano playing the piano, and I had the REM pod on the piano, and the REM pod started going off. And I was like, oh, this is strange. And then I figured out that it was the vibrations from the piano that were causing the REM pod to go off. So that all got cut out as well.
Chris asked, did you guys take a shower recently? Maybe water made it slip. Probably not enough, though. Chris,
she said,
the last person to take a shower was myself. And that was today, our time, Eastern time in the United States at probably like 9:30 this morning. Probably 9:30 this morning, and it is 11:29 p.m. our time right now as I speak. So it is probably literally impossible for that thing to fall right this moment. Of all day, the weirdest thing for 2 minutes for it to start is very weird coincidence.
Have you guys heard of the Monte Cristo? Please look it up. No.
I haven't, but we can look it up.
Tim said it was February 2006 when the guy got shot.
February 26th.
No, 2006.
February 2006. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's Tim Murphy, everybody, not Tim Murray. That's Tim Murphy. We're just putting that out there.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Since Connor can't get the name right.
Guys, I'm so tired. I was so tired. We drove.
Get the Remy in there. The Remy. I'm calling it the Remy from now on.
Yeah.
It's not the REM pod anymore. It's the Remy.
Yeah. Andrea asked, was there a certain room that felt stranger than all the others? Andrea, what do you think about this question? You got an answer for it? Let me think about that for a second.
No. I would say no.
I would say the upstairs for myself was the weirdest feeling versus the first floor. Like, I felt weird on the second floor when I was up there by myself. As you can see, she never went up to the second floor.
I did go up to the second floor.
She did actually.
Didn't
Never
make
mind.
it into the episode.
Never mind. She did. She did an EV. She did a portal set.
I did a spirit box.
She did a spirit box session in Wendy's room, but she didn't capture anything whatsoever in the spirit box.
I also did EVPs up there, and I didn't capture anything.
So,
but that is investigating. Most of the time, you don't capture anything like that. What you see is a condensed version. It's hugely condensed.
If you see a channel that says they get stuff every time, they're fake, guys. We literally spent 3 days at different places and got different responses of different types of hauntings at 3 different places, which you will see. But when I was on the second floor, in the hallway is where I felt the weirdest, outside of Wendy's room, by the staircase going up to the attic. That's where I felt the weirdest, strangest, for whatever reason it was. It was by the Kirby hallway where Tim Murphy,
everybody,
and Melinda saw their apparitions. That's where I felt the weirdest.
Yeah, it was. I didn't feel weird at all in there. It felt like a house, but. It does make me you just spilled wine on my leg.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Oh my god.
What is this? Anyway,
oh shit.
what was I talking about? Oh, so it just makes me wonder, like, where are these spirits when they say stuff like, "Where are you?"
That is just so weird because it's like a little girl clearly came through, and that was the only time we really got a little girl throughout the entire night.
I did another thing that happened that didn't make it into the episode. Most things did not make it into the episode, but I was sitting outside when Connor was inside. I was in the car, and I heard a woman screaming. And I don't know I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it was from the neighborhood or what.
And it could have been the neighborhood because the neighbors around us were actually being kind of obnoxious. When you could have seen that, I was outside trying to find the apparitions that Tim and Melinda were saying they were seeing outside in the yard. Some car in the middle of the night made a weird squealing like rim of their engine as we were trying to do our investigation. And it sounded like something in the yard, but it wasn't anything like that. So
the hallway was a little eerie looking, and the "Where are you?" was just crazy. Yeah, the "Where are you?" And also my favorite was that, and my favorite was also the Wendy. So Wendy is really weird.
Wendy? Yeah, Papa Bear, you're right. I am home though. So I was just super, super nervous about releasing this episode because it's like I sit there and I watch these episodes because I'm editing them. And I'm sitting there watching them a bazillion times. And when I watch them, I'm always like, I'm really nervous to release this episode. And this was the longest one we released. So I was nervous to see what you guys were going to think since a lot of it was portal session.
Also, kind of behind the house, not directly behind, but pretty close behind the house. There is a huge cemetery, and it's where General Stone is buried, right?
Yep. General Stone is actually buried within view. But since it ain't the fall and there's leaves.
It ain't the fall.
Since it ain't the fall and we can't see the leaves through the leaves of the tree, you can actually see, and Melinda does say this in the interview, but I don't think this made it into the episode.
Again, didn't make it into the episode.
It's just because we were trying to cut it down a little bit quicker because, but anyways, you can see his headstone through the window down into the cemetery where the slave or the / workers, servants, whatever you call them, houses were built for this place, which is so weird. So I really wish we would have went to the cemetery.
Yeah, maybe next time. Like the movie The Others. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's like, people, are they, because the more that I do this, the more I start to think that the paranormal is not actually dead people. It's actually some sort of time glitch, or it's like time repeating itself or something like that. And yeah, it's not that idea is not that far-fetched, that maybe they are alive and they're living their life and they're hearing this voice and they're like, well, where are you at right now? Like, I can hear somebody, where are you at?
Which you'll see in the next episode.
What?
They'll see a glimpse of what they're talking about from The Others in the next episode when we're down in the kitchen.
How much have you had to drink?
I can't say. I'm so sorry, guys. But anyways, the next episode, what she's talking about right now is going to reflect.
We're not talking about the next episode. You're banned. Anyhow, the Stone Mansion. Yeah, I think maybe they are just living their lives and they don't know that they're dead. They don't know.
And that voice that we heard, like, I don't like to tag everything because I don't want to tell you guys what you're hearing, because I think it's really, really, really cool to hear you guys comment in the comment section what you're hearing at certain times when you guys post timestamps and stuff. Like, there's one time, and I'm not going to say where, but I think it said Wendy's gone in a very, very deep voice.
Yeah,
we captured this guy's voice.
Scary deep voice.
Yeah, we captured this guy's voice multiple times. But the time when it said Wendy's gone to myself was really weird. And it was right after when it said Wendy.
Brian says, taking a shot. More talk of next episode. No, you're going to have to wait. Hi, David. Asia says, maybe we were the ghosts all along. Maybe. That's a
body bags.
That's kind of what I think. Anyway, do you want to try and wrap this up, because I'm scared that you're going to say too much?
I'm not going to say too much. I'm good. I'm good.
But yeah, guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a little bit different from what we usually do. Also, I just want to mention that I know that my camera was blurry. That we had an issue with that camera that I didn't pick up on. It, like, in the monitor, it didn't look blurry, but I guess that wasn't the case.
We rent our cameras, so there was actually a malfunction in 2 of the cameras that we rented. So they weren't reversible and fixing, and we had no time of getting replacements. So that's why some of them were blurry. So.
Yeah, we don't go around just filming blurry shots for the fun of it.
Yeah, because I know it's not pleasant to watch. How many wines, Connor? This is like equivalent to like 4. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we're gonna go because Connor's talking too much.
Jason said, "Hey, Connor, is the next show good?" I don't know. You'll have to tell me if the next one's good, but I will tell you.
No, you're not gonna tell him anything.
I will tell you. You have to watch the next one. How about that? The next one you have to watch.
You have to watch the next one, and then you also have to watch the one after that.
But I will have to say, though, I will have to ask, on a serious note, do you guys like longer interviews or do you like shorter interviews? Because that is what I'm having trouble with right now with editing.
100 says, would you try new paranormal equipment? We were talking about that, actually. Yeah, we want to. But the next 2 episodes that are coming out are pre-filmed. So... anyway, we caught enough in the next one, and then the one that comes out after that is completely different from anything we've ever done, and you will see why. And I'm not going to go into that because I'm worried Connor's going to give too much away. But you guys will be really surprised with that one.
I will tell you this, though.
No, you're not going to tell me.
No. It's not about the episode. India and I like to keep to bare minimum of what we use as paranormal equipment. Like, there's all kinds of gadgets, like Periscope and all kinds of crazy jazz in the paranormal field. Her and I like to keep to the very, very bare minimum. The spirit box, portal / whatever you want to call it for yourselves, EVP, and ourselves and the camera, and the REM pod. We don't want to use too much equipment because I wanted to keep it simple and I want to keep it original. Like using too much crazy advanced equipment. I
would be open to using new equipment. I think a lot of it is gimmicky. Like, yeah, there's some stuff that is just I wouldn't spend money on, but I would test new stuff out. I know that there's new stuff coming out all the time, and there are pieces of equipment that I would like, but they're quite expensive. Longer, I will know the history.
Chris is like, dude, leave Connor alone. Drink up instead of the Remy. I'm thinking about it, Chris. Trust me, I'm thinking about it. Longer interviews. Everybody's saying longer interviews. It just makes me nervous, guys, because this interview, I will tell you this because this doesn't matter, but the interview right now as it stands is 27 minutes long. But it's every single thing that we need to talk about and show. So it's like...
You said that.
I know. It's got me worried.
You're getting back to this second episode. But what he's trying to say is we get a lot of comments complaining about too much talking, not enough investigating. So I know that people have different opinions. Some people like to get straight to the investigation. Some people like to hear a bunch of history and stories. Just depends on the person, and you're never going to please everybody.
Yeah, we thought about an Ovilus and an SLS, David, but to be honest with you, SLS, I don't personally believe in an SLS because I actually personally tested one, and it's super faulty. It picks up on things on the corner of a box and it makes a stick figure of it. Even when you move the camera, it still shows a stick figure. So to me, it needs a lot of work done to it, and I don't think it's accurate. I don't think I will be using an SLS camera unless I find the actual need for it and it's been perfected to what it is right now.
The problem with the SLS is that it's looking for a human shape. So it's going to pick up anything that you think could be a human shape. It will pick up, which is why we don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't bother me to learn the history, even if it's 27 minutes long, but you're right, you can't please everyone. Yeah, we can't please everyone, so we're just going to put it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
At least you know
that's how it is.
At least you know where to skip, because I'm not going to say, but after it.
Yeah. I'm going to just... Connor's getting banned from this channel. Like, he talks too much.
I'm just saying, guys, Randolph is super scary. And when you watch Randolph, when we release it, you need to watch it in the dark because you won't sleep. And I'm watching it while I'm editing it, and it's super freaking scary. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, how the heck did we do this place by just her and I by ourselves in the damn middle of nowhere? Okay. What I'm talking about is she actually went by herself in one area when I was deathly ill. But
you were deathly ill.
I was super sick after we went down the stairs.
Got the man flu. Anyway, all right. What about taking a camera that uses film on investigations, try and catch figures?
We thought about that, Mike. I actually thought about that, but that was well after our trip. I thought about that. I'm sorry.
Leon says words are start. See, I can't even read it. Words are starting to slur. They are. And on that note, we are going to wrap this up and head out. But we want to thank everybody for being here. We want to thank everybody for watching. And Tamara says, my ghost socks and this girl hunts ghost shit, as I'm wearing right now, this girl hunts ghosts, came in. They are awesome.
The hoodie.
Well, I'm glad you got him. So if you guys want one of these, they're in the store along with the other t-shirts.
Hey, hopefully next week, though, when we, hopefully next week, so don't hold me to this, but when we release the next episode, we should have new merchandise that we'll be wearing that I just showed you guys earlier with us animated as cartoons, which I think is super sweet. And I thank so much to Howie, so much for it. So,
yeah.
Any more last questions about the Stone Mansion? Seriously, guys, anything you want to know about it, we'll answer it right now. So
speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah, speak now, forever hold your peace. Leanne, you're so kind to be sharing that link. Look at the hiccups. We love you too, Papa Bear. Thank you so much. Taking another shot, Brian.
I'm about to release the poster on our Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff for the next one. So
keep an eye out, guys, too, because when I release the trailer, that means that Friday the episode is coming out. But I'm off on Sunday for my day job, so I'm really hoping I can get most of this episode done on Sunday. And if this trailer releases, that means that Friday this episode is going to come out. And when it does, you do not want to miss this episode, and you want to watch every minute of it, because every minute that we are putting in this episode will lead up to what happens in the episode.
It's completely, it's not all Portal, it's not all one thing, everything is completely different.
In fact, we really, very rarely ever put the portal in this episode because we don't need it.
You guys will see why.
Yeah, we haven't been through it yet, but there's that one room. But there's one room where
No.
Yeah, I will say this because it's fine.
You better not give it away.
I'm not going to give it away. There's one room where we do use it, but we don't need any equipment for this episode because this place, guys...
It's
holy
alive.
Cow!
It's alive.
Let's just say this, okay? Because I've said this on Facebook. If you're following me on Facebook, There are literally 3 of us in the building. Ted, our interviewee, India, myself. That's it. But there's 4 people talking. 4 people talking. All right? Just that's it. That's all I'm going to say. You have to watch the episode to see what I'm talking
You're
about.
saying too much. Anyhow,
for aspirin.
The building is alive. We will see you guys when we see you.
Papa Bear, thank you so much.
Hopefully
Seriously.
next week, but we'll keep you updated on when it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, everybody have a great night.
I'm gonna need a Papa Bear. I was so nervous.
Thank you, Papa Bear. I didn't see your super chat.
I was so nervous for this episode. I'm so sorry, guys.
I've never heard him talk so much ever.
It's because I'm seriously so excited for Randolph. Okay, the Infirmary of Fear.
Okay, you're talking too much.
All right, whatever. All right, guys. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. When we release the episode, the trailer, that week, that Friday, an episode is coming out. So be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram at the Paranormal Encounters TV. Facebook, official Paranormal Encounters TV, or Paranormal Encounters, whatever it is, right? Paranormal Encounters.
Wait, the Facebook?
Yeah.
It's at official Paranormal Encounters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, we're gonna go. Have a good night.
Bye,
everybody.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the episode. You guys have a great weekend. We will talk to you guys real soon.